Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there in FAF land. I have another entry for you in the Another One Bites the Dust series. We are again looking at one of Knorpsel's games. I know I did one of his earlier, but he has a unique situation that he wants some advice on. And so I thought we could go ahead and do another one of his games, and maybe we can all learn something from this experience. I am going to bump it up to +1, and we are going to zoom in on his point of view and follow him through this game. I'm doing +1, maybe +2 later on, simply because I do not have any idea how long this replay is, and I try to keep these casts under about 25 minutes, so we'll see where this goes. First land, then a P-Gen followed by 4 mass extractors, and moving northward to assist the hydro, and then lots and lots of land factories. My observation on this would be, if you're rushing the hydro to begin with, I'm not sure why you would build this power generator. You have enough in storage. Looks like you'll work out fine. It is an alternate build. You have enough in storage to build, first bomber, land factory, 4 mechs, and hydro without stalling. You'll have like maybe 120, 150 power left in storage. So you are going to get that up as a good recovery, and we have an anti-air unit. All is well, all is well. You can keep that build order if you wish. It does work. Alright, seeing some nice expansion here. Early tanks out for raiding. We've got scouts out to go look for places. This is going to be especially lethal since he went first bomber. That means he is going to be far behind on his expansion. And he is probably not going to have any combat units since he went air factory first, and he has to build a land factory. So those 2 tanks, I think you're going to get very lucky with them. There is the ACU. This is a brilliant start. Nice balancing on the eco. You're going to start building with that factory, and it's going to put you slightly negative, but you should be able to keep your head up with the expanding engineers, getting these mass extractors, and also if you do a little bit of reclaim. There is a small something or other there. That is an engineer that was killed by that bomber. Would be something to suck up. Everything looks good here so far. Much better than the last game that I casted you on. You have made significant improvements in your initial builds. Perhaps you have been practicing. Another bomber. No, that is the same bomber. It has a vet and it is ticking slowly upwards, but there is a second bomber there. There are 2 bombers out now. Gonna need some more anti-air. We have some tier 1 tanks at the bottom coming out. This guy loves his air. That is for sure. Although with some careful micro, an anti-air unit here or there, and the overwhelming tank presence that you have, should be no trouble at all to deal with. I'm hoping that you saw these down here. I saw a blip here and there. Radar next to your hydro would not be the worst idea in the world. Let's see what the reach is on that. That would at least give you some forewarning to units around your base, and that radar will not cost very much at all to run, being next to the hydro. Getting extremely aggressive with your commander. That is a small risk since you have not really had any scouting on this area. Going to walk blindly into a point defense, and you do not have overcharge. But it is sighted, so you're going to be able to back up and calmly take that out with a T1 mobile artillery. Here is the ACU. Well, Your ACUs are in each other's bases. And it looks like you have a very, very large advantage in land. I'm seeing a ton of land units, and taking a peek over here, I know you don't have this in the game, but you're making about double his mass count. That was that early bomber fail. So you are going to come in here and wipe this out. Should not be a problem. And he has his own units in the center. Very surprised that those got around. They probably came from here. It is hard to tell when there is no scouting. I'm going to take a peek at the map real quick, just out of curiosity. So ACU is actually in a dangerous position. He is going to reclaim the hydro. That's forcing you into a terrible power stall. Holy cow. Oh, down to 20 power. You have to build P-gens. P-gens are going up. And fronting with those units, this point defense here is still going to cause some problems. And since you are in total power stall, factories are not building. My advice right here would be stop all these factories. There's no point installing this hard trying to get units out when the units are not going to come. What I would be doing is actually at this point, he is capturing that, I think. Well, you're both the same faction, so it doesn't matter. I would be reclaiming with this engineer to try and get as much mass as I could in the storage bar, and I would be stopping all of these factories so that I could get my power spam up faster over here, which you can see this is taking forever to build. You're floating a lot of mass and you have a ton of reclaim. You need probably 3 T1 power generators and then a factory ASAP, so you can go ahead and start producing units on this side. Need engineers to get the build power to build more power. This is problematic over here. Is reclaiming your mass extractors, and your factories will be next. I am sure of it. At this point, considering the state of your economy, and now that it has happened, I can reveal to you what Knorpsel said to me in the private message. He said he was not sure how to recover from a total base swap, which is what we are seeing right here. The ACUs have swapped sides. Everything has been destroyed. Both players are basically back to square one as far as eco goes, and it is now time to make a recovery and try to get back on your feet faster than the other guy, which actually, Knorpsel, you are doing already. You're pulling in significantly more mass than he is, and you are recovering your power situation. However, the problem now is you do not have any build power in your overflowing mass. So to consolidate what I have been saying over here, I think what needs to happen is, or what should have happened was, stop all of your factories over here. This is a lost cause, and forcing yourself into a harder power stall is not the solution. Build 3 power generators, a land factory to start spamming units as hard as you can. Air factories cost more power to build than land factories, so the land factory would be the factory of choice. Start building engineers. Don't worry about the mechs quite yet. Survive on reclaim and get your power healthy. That would be the other 4 or 5 P-gens, which you do have built here. And then I would build the hydro as soon as I possibly could with the engineers out of that factory, because the hydro is the highest return on power of any of the T1 units. And then I would go into full factory spam mode. And this amount of reclaim is glorious. It also helps that you're the same faction, because you can build on top of his Rex for the reduced mass cost and reduced build time. Although it is only 50%, I think, so reclaiming them and building on another location will actually get you more. So, hopefully that all made sense and I did not talk so fast that you could not understand it. But basically, you need to get as many land factories on the ground as you possibly can, as quickly as you can, and start rushing back across, You still have a lead on him, but he did recover slightly faster than you did. You were 9-1 for an extended period of time, and now it is back to 11-9 and 160 to 140 power, basically level footing. And you have 2 land factories apiece. Got another factory going down here. Still no engineers. Need to get air up because you already know that he likes bombers. Need to get air up and need to get engineers out and reclaiming. That should be top priority. That's like you heard me in the past. There is the T1 radar on the Hydro, which I wish you would have built over here. It would have clued you into bad things headed your way. I think basically the problems with this boils down to no scouting, which you didn't have an air factory. That's a gamble you take when you go for a 100% land build, but still, that's tough luck with him bull rushing your base with his commander, which he did have scouting information, so he knew what you were up to. The base swap has been completed. This is basically an even footing anybody's game matchup now, so I am going to bump this up to my normal speed and we will see how this goes. Our tanks in the north, however the ACU is pushing south. This looks like an ACU and tank battle. He did get his PD up though, and he has a vet and you do not. Actually, he has 2 vet, I think. It looks like 2 vets. Yes, it is. So this is not a good place to be. I think he may kill you. This may be a mutual KO. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Brilliant. Brilliant. If you cannot win, take him with you. All right, hopefully that was a help to you, Knorpsel, and to anybody else who is watching this. Base swaps are always hilarious to watch. I personally get quite a tickle from them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Thanks for the replay, Knorpsel. And to anyone else who would like an analysis of any situation that they get themselves into and it kills you, send me the replay and I will watch from your point of view just like I did here and give what limited advice that I can. All right, guys, thanks for watching.